Here it is, guys. Right behind me is the LZ0 engine. This is the update to the LM2 engine. We're sitting on 305 horsepower, 495 foot-pounds of torque. Good improvement over the previous one, which was an excellent, excellent truck. So this is I just got this home from work just a little bit ago. What I did was I put the camera up on the windshield the second that I left the dealership, even sat through the OnStar call with it recording. I recorded everything, so you have all of my opinions right off the bat, all the emotions, it's all there. So check this out.
Thank you for calling OnStar. My name is Grace. How can I help you?
I just got a new vehicle and I'm attempting to set up the radio. All right, here we are, 6 miles on the truck. Leaving the dealership right now. I need to adjust my seat. So we've set up OnStar. And yeah, ready for the drive home. It's raining. Let's see what we got out of this truck. It is so nice looking. Okay, it jumps. That was I've barely touched pedal and it like shoots out. So I know it's got to do its learn and everything. Let's turn off the auto start. That way we don't have to deal with that. So just run down. The truck is a High Country 3.0 LZ0. The new Duramax, the updated Duramax 3.0 from its predecessor was the LM2, which I had 3 of those. I had the 20, a 21, and a 22. Loved them. And now here we're in the upgraded version with more horsepower, more torque. And I also added the tow package on this, so I can tow 13,000 pounds with this half-ton truck, which is incredible. That's amazing. I can't wait. But with that, I get 373 gears. So coming from the other truck, I did not have 373 gears. So initially, this thing is going to be quicker as it is, just because of the horsepower bump for the LZ0 as well as the 373 gears. So keep that in mind. But I will tell you, this thing moves. Like just barely touching the pedal, it's going. And I don't know if the camera picks it up, but there's more of a diesel sound coming from the engine. I like it. I think it's cool. There, you can hear some more swooshing noise from the intake. The sound is just deeper. It sounds a little bit more deep and throaty. Tip in, there is some injector type sound knock, like a diesel knock. Could be from crappy fuel. I mean, I just got it filled up with the dealer installed, you know, fill-up. How the standard fill-up is going to be the cheap diesel fuel. Hopefully it was diesel fuel, right? Kidding. Let's see here. Let's see what else we noticed. So I came from a 2022 refresh, so the interior is all the same to me. It's got the fancy screen, the fancy display. This one's a High Country when I came from an RST, so it is nicer than what I had, but we're not going to get into that. I'm going to try to stick with just the LZ0 information on this video because, like I said, I just left the dealer. We're at 7 miles right now. We're going to get on the freeway. I'm telling you, I like this added sound. Can't wait to start putting some parts on this. So mid-range power, it feels roughly the same. Off the line, it feels noticeably more jumpy. It's not that the throttle is sensitive by any means. It's just, it's ready to go. It starts moving. I'm a big fan of that. I like that. So we're in the water. This has the Bridgestone 20s on it. We're fogging up over here. Let's see if I can fix that. And let me fix this too. So getting back to the Bridgestone 20s, we have rain. It's not a downpour, but it's on the ground. There's some puddling. Not noticing any kind of slipping or anything. So Bridgestones are nice. Windshield wipers are going. We're gonna come around a bend up here. I can't get on it with this water. So I'm not gonna get on it really hard either. We only have 8 miles at this point. But I really want to hear more from this LZ0. It's dead quiet now. Cruising, we're sitting at 1500 RPMs, 52 miles an hour. I cannot hear this engine. I hear a little bit of road noise. Engine's dead quiet. This thing's smooth. LM2, the previous one, was super smooth. This is no different. It's funny, I'm going around this loop, and I've done this every single day leaving work, and I'm on the pedal and I'm having to pull off. It seriously wants to just go. I'm liking it. Barely touching the pedal. And it is going. The turbo is near instant on this right now. And that's just going 44 miles an hour. Let's merge over. Barely touch it. And we're at 50. The downshift, very fast downshift. It's like it's just race car ready. It wants to go. Now it's the 10 speed. It's got to do its learn and everything. Let's calm these wipers down. Heater is intense. It got warm fast. I'm barely touching the pedal right now. We're maintaining 61 miles an hour. I do feel like this is, like I notice a stiffness to it because it does have the max tow package. And I've noticed a little bit of bouncing out of, which I'm not used to. So I think this is a little bit stiffer because of that. So ride-wise, it still rides extremely nice, but I'm feeling a little bit more of the bumps. Just pointing it out, not complaining. But for those of you that are interested in the max tow, I got over and I barely touched the pedal. This is nice. I'm extremely impressed by this right now. We're just cruising, but it is. So far, initial thoughts are just, obviously, I think you can see how I feel about this, but sitting on 11 miles now, and I can feel the bumps. I haven't noticed these in this truck. I've noticed these in the Camaro, of course, because that thing is super stiff. But these little bumps, I'm feeling the little bumps. Now, is it because I went from the standard bed to the short bed, so the shorter wheelbase, is that affecting it? Maybe a small amount, but I think it's more of stiffer springs. I honestly don't even know exactly what the difference is. I believe it's going to be stiffer rear springs. Obviously you get the 9.76 inch rear differential out of it, but suspension wise, it's got to be some revised tuning in the shocks, but it is a little bit more bouncy. I'm okay with that. It hasn't really had a problem. It is still a truck. We're rolling at 73 miles an hour right now. I'm barely touching the, oh, this truck. Tundra just tried to run us off the road. Everything's fine. We're down to 70. Popo sitting on the side of the road. Like the previous truck though, the charger's not charging my phone. I think it's anti my phone, but I wonder if it's the case. I'll save that for another video. Okay, so my opinion right now, 12 miles. I forgot what we started with, 13 miles. So, what are we, like 6 miles in? Throttle response, as in the turbo lights immediately. So whatever they did with the turbo, exceptional. The 373 gears, I believe, are what's giving me the feeling of it really wants to go. I think this is a perfect combination. This is just awesome. So we're 70 miles an hour. Let me give it middle. Yeah, I mean, that was just maybe half throttle, right? And it went from 70 to 80. Real nice. Real nice. We're just going to keep doing this because, seriously, this LZ0 is on point. Yeah, this thing. This is just incredible. I mean, for what it is, I was impressed with the LM2. I thought that was pretty good power. It ran out on the top. We haven't had an opportunity to see if this one still runs out on the top or has that feeling, and we're not going to because it's rainy and wet outside. But I will tell you, the light throttle, I'm also in break-in, so I'm not going to go racing around. But I'm seriously just barely touching the pedal, and it just goes. The turbo lights, I wish I had some gauges in here to see what kind of boost we're putting out and how quickly it's changing. But it's, yeah, this is a wonderful upgrade in my opinion right now. I am ecstatic with this. It's no TRX by any means. I do think this will beat the 6.2. Now, if you've seen the comparisons on them drag racing, the LM2 beats the 5.3. I'm trying to remember if this is accurate, so I may be wrong, but I believe it was TFL Truck did it, and it was 5.3 to the 3.0, and then the 6.2 took everything. I think with the LZ0 and the 373 gears, I think it's going to take the 6.2. Just daily driving this thing, though, I mean, we're gonna get a speeding ticket, like legit. I just went from 45 to 65 with just moderate pedal change. It lights. This thing is just happy with everything. These engineers got this thing figured out. Like, this is very, very well done. I'm super happy. I'm ecstatic. Like I said, I've had 3 of these. Each year they've gotten a little bit better. I don't know if it's just tuning changes or just, you know, the whole gambit. Now, when I get home, I want to show you the window sticker because I want to compare it to my 2022. Couple things. There's been some discussion online about the new 2023 LZ0 trucks getting only a 60,000 mile warranty. So my window sticker shows a 100,000 mile warranty. And then if you look at this, the GM Vis, that's basically, that's the end all. That's the information. That shows 60,000 mile warranty. But then if you go into General Motors SI service information, there's a document, which I don't have on me, but I have it. And it shows the 3.0 and the 6.6 Duramax get the 100,000 mile warranty. Brakes are a little not as good. I think they need to be bedded, but and they're wet, so let's just ignore that part. This thing's quick. I just made that turn, and I'm happy. I'm so happy. Just light throttle. It feels like we're zipping around. I'm not trying to drive like a jackass through this area, but it wants to go. And I got sidetracked. I don't even know what I was talking about. I was talking about the warranty. Oh, so I want to show you the window sticker. I want to compare my 2022 to the 2023 because there's some emissions numbers on there, and I'm anxious to see. So when I get home, we're going to compare the 2 window stickers. So stay tuned if you're curious on that. I also want to compare the fuel mileage ratings that the trucks each started with, and then obviously I'll have my own numbers after a couple weeks. I'm driving this out to SEMA in Las Vegas, so road trip from Utah to Las Vegas coming up in a week. So we're really going to get a lot of information on this LZ0 in a very quick time. And the cool thing is, if you're not aware of what SEMA is, but it's all the manufacturers for the aftermarket parts, and they're gonna unveil some new products for these Duramaxes, and I'm excited to share those with you. Comparing the window sticker, you have the 2022 Silverado that it just came out of. in the 23. If you look, the fuel economy on the window sticker is actually up, considering that the horsepower improvement is there, and we're getting better fuel mileage. Notice the fuel costs. They've adjusted to our wonderful fuel prices. If you look at the CO2, we're looking at 427 grams per mile of CO2. This one's 423. Looking inside the engine bay, you could see the dual NOx cats right there. We've got dual DEF injectors in there. All sorts of good stuff going on. The turbocharger sitting right there. Everything on this side looks mostly the same, but this is all preliminary checking it out. So this is the truck. We've got a pearl white High Country crew cab short bed. Over here you see the mods that we're going to test fit. These all came from the LM2, and we'll see if these fit on here. When I do that, not totally sure, but guarantee you they will be going on here.